Today, taking a first look and an overview of the specs and geometry on my Ibis Ripmo. I'll just start at the front and work towards the back here. I got a DVO Onyx fork in the front. It's 160 millimeters of travel. Then I'm paired with a DVO Topaz shock in the rear, which is 147 millimeters of travel. Then I've got SLX 4-piston brakes front and rear, paired with 200 millimeter rotor in the front and 180 in the rear. Then I've got Assegai tires, both front and rear as well. These Ibis Ripmos come with an aluminum Blackbird Send wheel, which is a really good enduro wheel, and it's got a wide internal width, 35 millimeters, good for wide tires and gnarly terrain and stuff. And they're surprisingly not too heavy, I wouldn't say. And the hubs, the Ibis hubs, roll really fast. Then we just got Ibis Grips, handlebars, and stem up here. Pretty standard stuff, nothing crazy. Got a bike yoke dropper post. It's 185 millimeters, which is pretty awesome. Gets way down out of the way. All the cables here are internally routed. Got SLX cranks. Got a 30-tooth chainring paired with the 12-speed SLX in the rear. Everything shifts really good on this. It works smoothly right out of the box. WTB Volt seat on here, pretty much the only seat I use. So I'm gonna go over the geometry just a little bit. The head tube angle, starting out here, pretty enduro geometry with 64.9 degrees head tube angle. Then we're gonna have a nice seated position too with 76 degrees. Good for climbing and stuff like that. The reach is a little bit long, but should be expected for an enduro bike. It's 495 millimeters for an XL. I would say with the tall stack and everything, it's got a 642 millimeter stack, which is really good. Good for long days in the saddle, doesn't hurt my back at all. And then we got a 435 chainstay in the rear, pretty standard for enduro. This bike's a little bit harder to manual, I'd say, than almost any of my other bikes, but it's also like the most stable bike too that I have. I got a XL size frame. I'm 6'2". I noticed that these Ripmos run a little bit small. I sat on a large and it was definitely too small for me, I felt, even though my Marin and my Wraggley are both larges. So different companies, you gotta know your geometry numbers, what you're looking for, go ride them. My quick first impressions too on this Ripmo is that this thing absolutely shreds. Like, going down steep downhills, super confidence inspiring, eats up all the chunk. I'm super stoked to keep on testing this thing and pushing the bike and myself as well. And if you're looking at getting a new bike, I highly recommend checking out Jensen USA because they have a lot of good bike builds on there right now. They got hardtails, they got full suspensions. Sometimes they even send you codes like 10% off and things like that, so you could save a decent amount of money on a bike, and they get it to you in about a week and it's fully built right out of the box basically. You just got to set up your own configurations and that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick overview of my brand new Ibis Ripmo AF SLX build, and you're going to get to see a whole lot more of this thing. I'll be getting the full ride review out there, and yeah, you're going to see a lot more of this on the channel, so stay tuned.